In Amazing Spider-Man issue 62, we're thrown into chaos from the very first panel. Spider-Man, Black Cat, and the astral form of Doctor Strange are making a dramatic escape from the Sanctum Sanctorum after stealing a book of magical spells. Why the sudden turn to magic? Because Spidey has decided he needs a crash course in spellcasting to face the next 7 demon offspring of Cyttorak. Confused? You're not alone. The issue throws readers directly into the aftermath of a heist, with no setup, context, or answers. Just an expectation to roll with the madness. Why does Spider-Man, of all people, feel compelled to swipe magical knowledge from Strange's sacred domain? When did Spidey even rope Black Cat into this scheme? And why does her presence seem utterly pointless by the end of the heist? What's the deal with Strange still being in his astral form, considering his vampire affliction was supposedly cured in the Blood Hunt event? And most baffling of all, why doesn't Strange just stick around to guide Spidey in mastering the magic that could tip the scales in his favor? Before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and recommend it on social media, which helps small content creators like me. Meanwhile, in the Crimson Cosmos, the 7 demonic offspring of Cyttorak are plotting their next move, debating what Spider-Man's meddling means for their twisted contest. For at least one demon, this chaotic reshuffling represents a golden chance to rise above the rest and claim ultimate glory. This demon sees the contest as a fractured agreement, ripe for manipulation, ready to seize any advantage. Meanwhile, Peter Parker, ever the multitasker, is lounging in his apartment eating pizza while studying the stolen spellbook. But he's got unexpected company. Norman Osborn arrives with the pizza in hand, and the two quickly launch into a spirited debate about Norman's skepticism of magic, all while Peter reads incantations from a floating, glowing book. Just as Peter remembers he's running late to meet Aunt May, Norman drops a bombshell. He's shut down Oscorp to protect his mental health. However, he conveniently avoids mentioning what happened to the dangerous tech, high-stakes research, and countless employees left in the lurch. What's the fate of Oscorp's infamous Goblin technology, and what will become of the billions in assets now untethered? Peter steps out of his apartment door, only to be instantly teleported onto a sports field, fully clad in his arcane armor and face-to-face with Cyperion, the latest spawn of Cyttorak. This demon can warp space and dimensions in every conceivable way, making Spider-Man's only goal, touching Cyperion, an almost impossible task. To complicate matters, Cyperion's power to split opponents into infinite fragments across infinite directions turns a simple fight into a mind-bending nightmare. Cyperion informs Spider-Man that the trial will end with a single touch, but his ability to teleport himself and Spidey through space makes it nearly impossible. In response, Spider-Man cleverly casts a spell to tether the two together, neutralizing Cyperion's teleportation tricks. The demon retaliates by shrinking their environment and trapping them in a confined space, prompting Spidey to taunt him into shrinking further to give them room. Peter recalls a peculiar theory. If someone shrinks past a critical point, they'll eventually loop back and become enormous instead. Using this logic, Peter manipulates Cyperion into shrinking so far that they simultaneously become the smallest and largest entities in existence. In this bizarre moment, Spider-Man manages to touch Cyperion, narrowly succeeding before the extreme size fluctuations threaten to tear his body apart. With the trial complete, Peter uses another spell to heal himself before the damage becomes fatal. Later, while having dinner with Randy and Shay, Peter confesses feeling stuck in life, as if no matter what he does, things never truly improve. Shay begins offering comforting words, but before she can finish, time freezes around them, leaving Peter face-to-face with the next Scion, an eerie, demonic-looking young girl riding a bicycle.